This is Darryl Learie, and you're watching is my first crawling workout. This video is 3 hours, 58 minutes long, compressed into 6 minutes, 27 seconds. During that entire time, I crawled 1.98 miles, that is 3.18 kilometers, or 10,460 feet to be exact, at an average speed of 0.47 miles per hour. I took one 14-minute break, mostly to rehydrate myself after I completed the first mile. In the video, you'll notice a stretch of tape I crawl around. That tape is 10 feet in length, so one circuit around is equal to 20 feet. 264 circuits equals 1 mile. The reason I am crawling is because I want to crawl for a charity within the first week of August. In fact, I'm hoping to break a world record for the world's longest non-stop crawl, 35.18 miles. And I needed to do a crawl marathon to benchmark my current limitations, and I really wanted to know what I was getting myself into. The first mile wasn't too bad, I just really needed to push myself after the first half mile and keep up the pace, which was a steady 0.62 miles per hour. I used my gel-infused knee pads and work gloves for my hands. Twice before I had tried crawling on the treadmill but found the experience horribly difficult and realized for some reason crawling on non-moving ground was the easier choice. It would be the second mile that would prove to be rather brutal. Crawling is horribly difficult endeavor. Just to provide some insight, I spoke to Terry Cole, who is a multiple world record holder from the UK, who told me that he too went for the world record but stopped at 11 miles, and quote, "I will never do that again. The most awful thing, I believe, was some of his words." It's true, unless you try this, you just cannot relate to the experience. Ashrita Furman, who has more world records than anyone else, told me by phone, "This is one of those world records that are way up there, and you don't know what you're getting yourself into." And I have never known or spoken to anyone more positive than Ashrita. All in all, I did a humble 2 miles of crawling compared to a lofty, unimaginable 35 miles, but I think it was a great achievement for my first workout. After the first mile was completed, you'll note I shoved a 4-inch foamy between my knee and the gel-infused knee pads. 50 circuits later, my knees were hurting from my jeans crumbling and pinching the skin of my knee. I just decided to accept the discomforting pain, but every step of it hurt. 100 circuits into it, my palms were hurting, so I had to change how I planted my hands. I did quite a few circuits on my knuckles, which seemed a lot less painful. I still had 164 circuits to go. Nausea and vomiting seemed to be a common symptom to do with crawling. I only felt a little nausea and disorientation, but it was certainly manageable. The last half mile was pure hell. I wouldn't argue with anyone who said they could crawl further or say, "It doesn't look too hard." I would just say, "Try it, then talk to me." Not to mention, crawling is incredibly dehydrating. I burnt enough calories to lose just over 1 pound of fat in that time, so now I am 1 pound lighter. But what I like about crawling is the humility and the suffering of it, and the act seems to fit really well as an empathetic act for the charity I plan to crawl for in August. I really do not know if I can break the world record in 8 months' time, but if I don't, I can be proud that I served a really good cause and helped a lot of people. I plan to do a lot of miles on that day, and aside from any discouragement, I am putting my heart into the cause of what I will be supporting versus world record fame as a possible world record holder. But a world record would be awesome. At first, I was at a bit of a loss as how to train, as I suspected the key is in not just crawling mileage, but a lot more diverse than that. I was fortunate to reach Sean Duffy, who, with his friend Leo Chow, set the previous world record of 33 miles. I believe they raised some $18,000 for AIDS. Sean sent me a most informative email that I will no doubt put me on the right track training-wise. And for that, I thank you, Sean Duffy. At the same time, I am training aside for a few other world records, but I'll disclose about that later. At last, to my friend Charles Servizio, keep on pushing. This future fundraising event would not be as meaningful or purposeful without you. At last, if anyone wishes to respond with a video of them crawling further than 2 miles, I would love to say congratulations on breaking my personal record of 2 miles. 2 miles is not easy to break crawling, and if you're overweight and out of shape like I am, run or walk a couple miles and think, that guy on YouTube crawled a couple miles. I can certainly run or walk aside from that, I got 2 blisters, one on each knee. Thankfully, I don't have any blisters on my hands. It was just a really grueling thing to go through, but I'm not going to be discouraged at any point, as this was my first workout, so I'm going to keep at pushing it, and hopefully bring you more videos of where I crawl maybe 3 miles, 4 miles, 5 miles, who knows. But crawling will definitely not be the foundation of my training for this non-stop longest crawl. But this is my first workout, crawling-wise. And I would say that is that. Later. Peace out.